Hey guys, it's Africana Stories back with another cooking video, and this one I promise you will not disappoint. I think that for me, it's more of connecting with my roots and my history, and it was important for me to learn a way that I can enjoy a dish that is so classic, but it's not hitting me the same way. So I'm going to try it. So I looked at a buttload of YouTube videos. I've watched so many, and I found one actually, and I hope and I pray that I'm saying her name correctly, because I have my own accent. So Sissy Yemi is a food influencer, Nigerian chef on YouTube. She's a YouTuber.
About the ingredients for the classic smoky jollof rice. You will need rice.
This is what I watched.
I use onion. I use red bell pepper, green bell pepper.
And she explains exactly what she used, why she used the ingredients. Like it was a fantastic instructional video that I found for and listen, when I followed the instructions to the T, you will even see me in the video where I even reference back, because I had this video sitting next to me on the countertop as I was chopping everything and getting everything prepared. I followed it to the T. This is my Nigerian jollof rice remix. There's a subscribe button somewhere around this video. Up there, down there, somewhere. Find it, subscribe, follow me, and I'll see you on the inside. Okay, first things first. Let's jump right into the ingredients. Guys, sorry if you hear the fan in the background. I'm having a hot flash. So I am sitting in front of the fan and cannot wait to turn on the AC as soon as I'm done recording. So anyhow, getting on to the ingredients for this Nigerian inspired jollof rice, right? I used everything that was in the video, except I made a few tweaks. So to me, it's really all about the flavor. And so at each part, I just kind of substituted and added more things that I like in my rice. So I didn't have basmati rice. Whatever rice you have, I had local Ghanaian rice on hand, so that's what I used. I didn't use the beef cubes. Instead, I substituted for goat and chicken. Why? Because that's what I had in my refrigerator, and I was in the mood for a little goat. And goat has so much flavor. So the difference, the added step that I used in this particular recipe is that I roasted the veggies before blending them. And with the veggies, I added fresh tomatoes because I wanted that fresh tomato taste. In the original jollof rice recipe, it's too bland for me. They use tomato paste and it tastes like it. So every step I could add flavor to the tomatoes, that's what I did. I love fresh tomatoes. I use roasted tomatoes. Yes. When I tell you the flavor was out of this world. Then the added step I used, I soaked my rice after washing it a couple of times until the water ran clear, okay? I soak the rice for 30 minutes and I put like 2 fresh garlic cloves down over in the water while the rice was soaking, while the chicken and goat meat was cooking on the stove. So I'm capitalizing on all of my time in the kitchen, just adding flavor on each step. I also marinated my meats, the goat meat and the chicken leg, the pot that I cooked it in, I also marinated the meat in too. So there you go. I'm adding flavor every step of the way. So these are the ingredients that I used to make this Nigerian jollof rice. So I'm going to prepare a couple of garlic. Actually, I want, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a whole head of garlic. I'm going to prepare that because I'm roasting it. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh, that's going to be yummy. So I'm just going to, and then, getting red bell pepper in Ghana, wow, it's so expensive. It is not. We in America, we take advantage of a lot. So I'm just chopping this into bite-sized. So I'm thinking, like, once I finish roasting the peppers, I am going to blend it. So I want to put it in, small enough pieces so that it will blend well too, because I want it to be a smooth blend. Now I'm going to prepare the green bell pepper because I'm going to use two. They're small, so I just figured more the merrier. I love green bell pepper anyway. I kind of grew up on it, so that flavor is, my palate always goes for that flavor, for the green bell pepper. It's so sweet. And I love the color of it, so I'm going to use two. I have medium or really small bell peppers. So I'm just going to use that in here. Get that out of here. We don't want the seeds. I'll clean up that mess in a minute off camera, because I do have the whole, I clean as I go. So look, see, I can't even leave that. It's too much. I'm just going. And sometimes, these instruments that we use, the knives, the forks, all of that really just prevents us from getting close to our food. And when we get close to anything, when we're intimate with anything, that's where the magic happens. So sometimes it's just best to put these knives and things and just kind of break it up. Well, anyway, I'm going to use a knife today, okay? Look at all that mess. All right, so let's get our onions ready. And I find that, cooking in Ghana is totally different food from cooking in America. The food looks more natural, so it's not as pretty. Like, this food in America is just cheap, okay? There's no doubt about it, but the food here is more natural, is what I can say. And so it looks a little differently and even cooks a little differently and sometimes cooks longer. I want to use that one again. So, almost done here. I'm just going to leave that like that, and I'm going to wash these off. And then I'm going to prepare these. So this is going to be roasted. I want to cut them in big chunks so that they can roast really and caramelize. Oh, Josh, shut up. When they caramelize on the ends, it's going to be everything. So garlic, peppers, everything is ready. Let's get ready to put it in the roast. Hey, honey, you gotta put these tomatoes in there. I'm roasting these tomatoes, okay? We doing that. because this is my difference. I'm just gonna cut it just a little bit so it can roast faster. I don't know if that works, but you're gonna see. This is my first time doing this whole meal, so everything is a test, right? Everything is like, try and elevate. So let's put these. Now I'm ready to fry the chicken and the goat meat. But I'm going to use my leftover deep fried fish oil. So I'm combining the fish, the chicken, the goat. That flavor of the oil, because it's the clean oil. That's what I'm that's what I'm adding here. I have some more here, so I'm just gonna. This one is a little deeper in the flavor, so that's enough oil. And I'm gonna heat this up and let it prepare while the chicken and the goat is getting out of the juices. I'm gonna let this. Let this oil heat up and get ready to fry the chicken and the goat meat. Now here's where I'm getting really excited, because all of that effort to build that such amazing flavor profile, it's time to put it together in the jollof rice, right? So I'm making the base of the soup. This is what they call the base of the soup. So in hot oil that I use from the chicken and the goat meat, right? I'm putting in diced onions, some veggies. I'm going to put in some tomato paste and that blended mixture, that blended pepper mixture is going to go in. Bay leaves going in, some seasonings, curry powder. You'll see the list of ingredients in my blog, but that's all going in right now. Again, I'm still building on the flavor, but this is kind of where it went left. Keep watching, y'all, because like seriously, I'm so focused on the flavor and I'm so focused on the ingredients, but I'm not at all, at least, concerned about the liquid to rice ratio. There's a measurement there, and there's a reason for it.
So this is the tomato paste that has pepper and onion. Right now in the market, they're selling a couple of tomato pastes that have tomato, pepper, and onion, and the flavor of this is very, very, very good. If you join my Facebook page, do a search for my Facebook, it's to see any. Or I can put it on.
So I'm going to fast forward through this part. I'm just still loading up that flavor profile, working on the base of the rice, because I guess this is the most important part. So, you can see how everything is frying well, the tomato paste, everything is coming together well. And I'm telling you, the house smells amazing. But see, now it's starting to go left. And it was frying too fast, but I didn't know what to do next. So I had to go back to the recording, take it off the, take it off the fire, go back to the video, see what's next. Now I'm pouring in the blended veggies. Oh my God. Now I roasted those vegetables, tomatoes, garlic, onions, red pepper, green bell pepper, all of that goes in the pot. Look how much liquid is in that pot, y'all. This is where it went left. Now, flavor on point. I can teach y'all about that flavor thing. Look at the rice going in now. The rice I soaked in garlic, right? I put whole cloves of garlic in the rice as it was soaking. My God, look. And so it's so much liquid that I'm trying to add the rice. It was a mess. I eat this jollof rice. Oh. The flavor is so freaking good. The texture is not how they make it. So if I could get their texture with my flavor, Africa would change. I would want my recipe. Oh my God, it's so good. The flavor is so good. Woo. You have to try it. You have to first try it the original, authentic, either Nigerian or Ghanaian way. Try it that way first. But when you take these extra steps, and if you're from the West, you love flavor. Spice plus flavor. It's a difference. And so I love the fact that every step that I did had a different level of flavor, but when you put them together, they marry so well together. So this beef, the chicken, and the goat, not beef, the chicken and the goat together, the stock, I saved the stock. I also saved the oil that I cooked it in, that I fried the chicken in the. But everything, I mean, the chicken is tender, the goat is tender, everything cooked perfectly. And what didn't happen as I was taught on the YouTube channel, and I made up some stuff. Boo-boo. So the stuff that I didn't add to this is because I was trying to fix it. But at the end, I'm going to chop up some fresh tomatoes and stir that over in the end so that as you bite down, oh, I just bit down on a piece of ginger. If you don't, ginger is I think it's an acquired taste. You gotta love ginger, and I love ginger. You gotta like it to bite down on it and be okay with it. But that piece got through the blender somehow because I totally blended this, but I think that I didn't blend it long enough. So you gotta always make sure that you blend it so that you don't bite down on chunks of ginger. That's not pleasant. for those who don't like it. But me, I love it. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the. That's that goat, y'all. That's that goat meat. That goat meat. It can go a little bit longer. But it's tender enough. Oh my God. Oh, and the flavor. So, usually the jollof rice that I have, and I only had it here in Ghana. My daughter told me before I came to Africa, she was like, Mom, you're going to love the jollof rice. But she only had the Nigerian version. So apparently there is a difference. The Nigerian version of jollof rice has a lot more flavor than the Ghanaian jollof rice. But again, I will say and preface this. I've only had the restaurant style jollof rice. I've never had it home cooked from like a local Ghanaian mother from a village that makes jollof rice. She probably can throw down how I'm looking for. But yeah, so far, boom. I'm gonna go with this what I just did. Now, what I'm going to do is I want one of my African sisters, Ghanaian, Nigerian, whomever. I want y'all to try this. I want y'all to try it when I make it. Sissy Yummy, I would love to come to your kitchen and we do an Africa America night. I want to be in the same kitchen with my Nigerian, Indian, Asian, melanated sisters, and I want us to cook together, you know, and really like taste each other's food, because me trying to remake something that's Nigerian when I was really raised from the West, and then so African American culture, we literally had to recreate what we felt was right in food, you know, what we was dealt with, what we was survival. So our culture comes from a different spirit than where our ancestors came from. So we're celebrating that, not tearing it down or negating it, but celebrating it. And let me tell you, this dish right here, that's a celebration to be had. I am so happy with this dish. I am so happy. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And it turned out completely different than how I was looking at the YouTube video. But at the end of the day, I want to say this. And this is the lesson learned here. Your spirit guide will always guide you. We take hints here and there from other sources, yes. But at the end of the day, what you need, the answer is already in you. You just have to be quiet and listen. And so because this recipe didn't turn out the way that I imagined, because I literally thought about this the entire day. I had intention on it. I thought about the video, the instructions, and everything step by step, and how I would carry it out, and even how I would record it for this blog. I thought it through. I was very intentional. None of that shit happened. I mean, well, part of it happened, but the most important parts that would have changed the texture of the dish didn't happen. And so I had to change my method to get the results that I was looking for. And I knew that only by literally listening to the instructions that were going on in my spirit at the time that I was cooking. I kept saying, like, listen, this is Shabbat meal. I didn't plan anything else. There is no fallback. So I have to eat this. And I want to enjoy it. So how am I going to enjoy this meal? Because it ain't looking like nothing. Sissy Yemi said. Like, I did all the steps and I added and tweaked some things, but not enough to change the, so anyhow, I fixed it. I wouldn't say I fixed it. I would say my spirit guides fixed it. And we are every time I put it in my mouth, I get happy. And so I'm almost done with this. But let me tell you, this Jollof, this remix Jollof, I can get with that. That's a goat. That's a goat meat. Look how tender it is. You see how tender that is? You see how tender? Don't try it. It was my brother Ray. Shout out to Ray Blaze Seasonings. RayBlaze.com. Shout out to my brother Ray. He said, and when I asked him, I was like, how do you cook goat? I never cooked goat before. He said, it's the same as beef. You cook it just like you cook beef. Man. That was great advice. And I know that goat cook longer than chicken, right? So I knew that the chicken would cook longer in this process because I wanted to take it all out at the same time. So I risked the fact of overcooking the chicken. But what happened was, because the chicken was overcooking in water, in broth, all it was doing was just soaking in all those flavors longer. So the frying process locked those flavors into the chicken, and it actually worked for the benefit of me cooking it longer than usual, because it worked all in the benefit of it. So I'm happy with the dish. I'm happy with the outcome of it. You know, when you're in the America, that's where I was raised, right? There are, where is the video? I'm trying to bring up the video. You know, media is controlled, okay? And so the things that we see in America that are exposed to us is a little different media than what the rest of the world sees. I pray that if you are Black American, my prayer is that you at least once in your lifetime travel outside of the U.S. and you'll get a humbling awakening of how the world see you and what the world thinks about America and what they think about you as a Black American.